Hey, ARESxGOD here, and it's time to talk about Frieren. And yes, we're going again without the intro animation. Maybe it's gonna be better for everybody. If you like the animation, just let me know which one you prefer, with or without, in the comments below. But this episode of Frieren felt so relaxing, and also kind of made me think about family, so to say, especially in the second half, and how overpowered Frieren is with the first half, and Zayn has no idea what he signed himself up to. But let's get into the episode. This starts with him. I was like, is he gonna say something serious? This part is missing something important, like very important, or like maybe a thief or something. Frieren always falls for mimics, which is very true. I'm glad they showed that more Frieren and mimics there, but no, what it's missing is an older lady, so he still wants his MILF there, and Frieren is not it. But after that small comedic bit here, we have them coming across this village with people being asleep. Apparently it's a curse. Now, what I really like, how they broke down how curses work into this world. So magic that is not deciphered means a curse, and humanity hasn't gotten to the level to understand them properly. And there's also different kinds of magic, like you have the normal magic and also magic of the goddess that is used by priests, kind of like divine magic in a way. It's based from the scripture, and the same way like a grimoire in a way. You can call those scriptures, and like the ones that Frieren is looking, but in a different category of magic here. I'm really curious. Hopefully they expand more on the power systems, the goddess. Is this goddess actually real, or is it just normal religion? Is this heaven real? But hey, that's probably into the future of the series. But what was interesting here is the ones that practice that magic also have blessings of the goddess, gives them curse resistance, especially the priests. And the mages, the normal mages, can't even detect curses probably. Even Frieren, she said she couldn't detect the curses. She can detect when somebody attacks her, but not the actual curse here. And I like these power system breakdowns quite a lot. So they had two options here. Either they do a ritual, which is gonna take time to cleanse the curse, or just go straight for the source to get it done faster. Now, slowly they started being affected by the curse. Have Stark being the first one falling asleep. They had to carry him around like luggage. I feel like he ends up in that position a few times there. Fern also being slowly affected, and Frieren put them into a barrier together to keep them safe while they were sleeping, and herself also slowly getting affected, saying, hey, just wake me up when you get to the monster. Poor Zayn had no idea what to do. He had a spell, but he was able to keep them awake only for 5 seconds. And here I have to give him a lot of credit. I honestly like him. I like his personality. He's a great addition to the party, to the cast of characters in Frieren. Here he comes across this plant monster, chaos flower, or a subspecies of that. He's even able to use some fighting magics, so those 3 spears of the goddess, but it gets reflected. He can't really get to the weakness point there. Now, what I liked during the fight, it looked great, but his internal monologue was great. Him being worried, hey, if Frieren gets her magic reflected, the entire village could be wiped off the map. Yes, that's very true there. And also him, how can I tell her, how can I communicate in just 5 seconds, explain everything that happened? And again, what's great about Frieren, at least one of the things that is great, is how they do flashbacks. The perfect timing for it, they don't overstay their welcomes. While he was saying that, we see a bit of a flashback with Hyter talking, say he didn't understand Frieren, also not being able to properly communicate with her, but he decided to trust her even more when she said no matter what, she's gonna kill the demon king here. And what she also told Zayn, hey, wake me up, I'm gonna kill the monster here. And he wakes her up, and she instantly understands the situation very fast, quickly aims at the core, firing off that beam there, curving it. Problem solved here. And I like that, just shows how capable she is during fight, not just her magic powers, but how quickly she understood that situation. There just shows that trust is very important. Sometimes you're not able to communicate. Maybe you don't have that rapport with somebody, but if you know they're capable, trust them, especially somebody like Frieren. You don't have the time to always explain here. I hope they're gonna bond more and more as a party moving forward. Cute moment with Fern and Stark sleeping and him waking up confused there, the villagers being okay. One of the older ladies thanks Zayn, he gets very flustered. Finds her really cute. I like MILFs are great. MILFs are great. But here, Frieren even says she could tell that the monster could reflect magic, and even pats Zayn, said, hey, you did well, praising him, a nod back to the previous episode. That's very, very important, acknowledging somebody's efforts, praising them. Very, very good here. But now in the second half of the episode, they reach Vorik, kind of like a stop point before Oberst, the magic city. We still haven't gotten to the exam. I'm very excited about that magic exam, but they're out of money for everything, and they have this random noble that comes in. We find out later, Lord Orden, and instantly goes over Stark. Hey, inspecting him, taking his measurements, come to my mansion. Very fast. We find out that Frieren knew his grandfather. He was kind of pushing the same way, and I like how he was like, hey Stark, do I need permission from your mommy to speak to him? That killed me there. But he has an offer that they can't really refuse. Offers money for a job for Stark and Fern, like, hey, we kind of need to do this, even though Frieren wanted to refuse at the start. Also, probably he was from the same region or village as Stark, at least there, and Reed, his son and heir, looks like Stark, so that was the reason there. He wanted to use him as a double until they get enough time to reassemble their army, their protection, everything, because his son died fighting demons. Even though they killed the general, they didn't want to demoralize the troops and everybody. It's a very interesting way of doing this and hurt him inside quite a lot, but he still wanted to do his duties as a lord there. Very few people knew about his son's death, but this is where the torture comes in for Stark, because they have to show him off as a big gathering in 3 months. They're gonna get a reward and also a grimoire for Frieren, but he has to get training in etiquette from the butler, from everybody there. Poor guy. And Stark is not really the etiquette guy, but also a cute moment. This better happen with Stark kneeling in front of Fern, kind of like Himmel did for Frieren in that flashback, showing off what he has been training for, and we all know what that means, right? They better get married at some point. But also Orden is doing this because of his son's last wish, and there's a lot of similarities here between Orden, Eisen, Stark, and his second son Mut. Kind of seen in, not as much as how they saw Stark in his village. Mut doesn't have that innate talent as Stark's brother had, or at least how they saw it, and he was treated very similar to Stark, but not at the same level. Like, Orden is a much better father. He said, yes, he's gonna learn, he's doing his best, but he doesn't have that talent, but he has the potential. He's gonna get stronger than me with all of the effort. He values hard work quite a lot there, and we even see him trying to teach their swordsmanship to Stark, even though he was nervous. But here we see the differences of it, that Orden appreciates, loves his son. He's also dealing with losing his first son, Darren. That was kind of an interesting moment of bonding between them. I really like that quite a lot. But Fern is also gonna have to take the torture lessons, because of course a son of a noble is not gonna go unaccompanied to a gathering. They commiserate a bit after that. Now the gathering finally comes and we see them dancing, and the dance just looks beautiful between. They're made for each other, come on. It reminded me a bit of ReZero, spoiler, ReZero season 2, with the end, the last dance in season 2 of ReZero. Darren, Zayn is asking Frieren, hey, should we dance also? No, I'm eating cake. But Orden, I have to give him a lot of credit here. Losing a kid is no laughing matter, and having to do this, doing your duty while hiding the death of your son, and even blaming himself. He thinks if he was there and instead, because of a wound, he wasn't there on the battlefield. Yeah, that a parent should never lose their kid there, and even is willing to offer to Stark to stay there, even though they can't replace each other's lost person, so to say. Stark can't replace his son, and Orden can't replace his father or mentor, looking at Aizen. But no, he wants to keep traveling, to have something to tell to Aizen about his stories, his adventure there. And Orden, also here you see a lot more pain for both of them. This is why this is a great moment for Stark. Both of them have their own regrets, how they parted words with their loved ones, so to say. Orden fought with his son, their last words were fighting words. Even though they didn't mean it, it hurts having that last moment be the one is from somebody. And even Stark did the same thing with Aizen, even though Aizen is not dead, but still very similar between them. So this episode was great. Not a lot happened. It didn't need to happen a lot here, but for the characters it was amazing here. And the cute moments between Fern and Stark, and Frieren at the end trying to decide on a spell or on a grimoire, even though the bot is like, hurry up. But yeah, fun, awesome, another great episode from Frieren. I think we have episode 16 next week. After that they're gonna have a break until January. I remember seeing a tweet or something, or gonna talk more about that next week. But Frieren, let me know what you guys thought about the episode. What was your favorite moment here? And as always, thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying Frieren, make sure to check out the podcast. Bye bye.